Probation periods. Much like the early days of any newly formed relationship, are about finding that right match between employee and employer. Now, it is during this evaluation phase that most organizations tend to either prohibit or restrict paid time off, as the two parties are getting to know each other. But instead of having to manually review every request that comes your way, wouldn't it be nice to just automate that whole process? Well, as part of Vacation Tracker's mission to cover all aspects of leave management, I'm excited to introduce you to our latest feature, Probation Periods, which allows you to control leave for those employees who are still in that evaluation phase. Hey, Dave from Vacation Tracker here, and in today's video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can use the Probation Period feature. Now to start, log into your Vacation Tracker account and navigate to that left-hand menu where we're going to click on add-ons. Now I just want to make two quick remarks before we continue. The first one being that your page might look slightly different because I'm using a demo account, but don't you worry, you can still follow these instructions and get to the same result. The other point I want to make is that actually at this moment in time, the probation period is free for all complete plan users, so it'll automatically appear here in your My Add-ons tab. If you're on the core plan, what you'll need to do is navigate to the Discover More Add-ons tab, and over here you'll find the card that says Probation Period, and you'll just need to click on Purchase and confirm that purchase. Once you do, you'll be taken back to the My Add-ons tab where you can click on View and you can edit the settings. Now that has been said, let's move on. Let's create a brand new automation from scratch, and to do so, we just need to click on the Create Automation button you see here. Once you do, you'll be taken to this page where you need to enter some very basic information, starting with a policy name. So we're going to name ours New Employee Policy. Next, we're going to choose the length in days. I'm going to go with 90 or a standard 3 months, but feel free to customize that based on your needs. Next, we'll just need to choose an auto reject response. So this is the response that will appear when an employee tries to request leave. I'm going to leave the default, but feel free, as you can see here, to customize it completely to fit your needs. Next, once we define the policy, we'll need to make sure we choose who it applies to. In this case, because it's a probation policy, we do not want it to apply to all users, so we're going to click on No, and we'll need to filter it depending on how we have this set up in our organization. You'll notice that you can choose either labels, locations, or departments, but for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to choose labels as I've created one for new employees. Lastly, before I click on Create, you'll want to select the leave types that are affected. It's possible you have paid time off, sick days, vacation. However you have this set up, make sure you select all the relevant leave types depending on your company policy. With that being said, we can click on Create. And now the policy has been created. And you can see it has now loaded into our system right here. With the automation now in full effect, if an employee who is in their probation period decides to request leave, here's what they can expect happen. So once they submit their request, they'll be shown this message that we had selected earlier, letting them know that they are still on probation up until a certain date. If you're using the Slack or Microsoft Teams integration, the message will appear there if the employee decides to request the leave via one of those integrations. Additionally, if you were to look up an employee or user, or if the employee or user navigated to their own profile page, let's take for example Clark Kent here. Once the page is loaded, you'll see a banner on top that again reiterates that they're on the probation period until a certain date has elapsed. And now you have one less thing to worry about when you onboard new employees. Thanks again for watching this video. I do hope you find it helpful and informative, but as always, if you have any comments, questions, or any feedback whatsoever, you can leave it right down below and we will get back to you as soon as possible. In addition to this video, if ever you have any sort of questions whatsoever, not just about probation periods, but Vacation Tracker in general, you can always reach out to our awesome support team and they will help you out. Happy vacationing!